Hi everyone, this is Kate Halleman. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. I have been doing the 100-day project, and my first category, I broke it down into 10 categories, is 10 portraits. And so today I am on number 7. And so if you want to join me, this is going to be a step-by-step, sort of like a inspirational tutorial. And if that's what you want to do, make sure you have some watercolor paper, some watercolors, round brushes, a pencil, water, and paper towel. I usually have a eraser somewhere as well. I can't find it right now, so I'm gonna make sure that I keep my lines as clean as possible so that I don't have an issue later. So thank you guys so much for being here, and let's get into it. Gonna go with a very basic face shape. It's gonna be more illustrative rather than very realistic. So round at the top. It's a little bit of an eggy shape, but the chin is on this side. So bring the tip to the side. Okay. Imagine sections. I'm not going to draw them. Okay. But right here, up here, is where they're going to be eyebrows. Eyes underneath. A little bit lashes. Okay. The bridge of the nose. Okay, that goes in a little bit more. And there we go. Nostrils. Very important. Okay, and down here, lips. We started with a very simple, cartoony, one-line smile. Simple, right? Now imagine, I will do that here because that's gonna be colored in. 2 little circles under the nose and an oval. And that's your guideline for the lips. Pretty simple. If I go too fast, feel free to pause the video, catch up, and then play it again. I'm gonna try to hurry up because the longer my videos are, the harder they are to edit if I need to edit them. And when they're too long, I do everything on my phone and then it doesn't want to process. So, okay. Right here, between the eye and the nose, is where the ear is. I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually draw and paint it yet, but that's where that would be. I might cover that with hair later. Okay. We're gonna make some wavy hair today. Okay, make your line, and then from the bottom, copy the shape that way. And again, there are gonna be flowers right here, so I'm not gonna do too many lines, but repeat the same process. These are all these nice curls. waves. From here over, same thing, and again down and over. Okay, and they're gonna be tulips. Some big, some small. And over here, same thing. We're gonna make a few big ones, a few small ones, and then a lot of these leaves. Okay. Skin color is next. And with my watercolors, I usually use the white paint and then mix in some brown and some red. Okay, put some water in there, make it creamy. Oops, careful. Oh man. I still haven't bought new paints yet, so you see what this looks like. Barely anything left. It'll be enough. Now, apply right along the face, sort of create a nice thick outline on the inside of the line. under the eyebrows, the eyelid, along the nose, and sort of under the nose. That's where the shadow would be. Above the lip, the corners of the mouth, the chin. And you can add a little bit more here on the cheek. And also, well, this needs to be darker. The neck. Follow along, same thing. A little bit of a collarbone. Good. Take a little bit of your red and just dip your brush in the water, wipe it, dab it, and make an oval under the eyes, and then apply a little bit of this around there. And now, same thing. Get your brush clean, wipe it, dab it, and now we're gonna blend the brush should be not dripping wet, but also not entirely dry. This will help you to move this color around without making puddles and without it being too difficult. Now around the nose, this can be tricky. Imagine a circle at the tip of the nose, and then along the nose, going up, it'll bring the color in there by itself. And then just blend around the nostril a little bit, and that's it. You don't need to do much more, so that it doesn't get too dark or, yeah. Now, if something is too dark, clean your brush, dry it, and then you can go back and lift some of the color. Like, your brush will actually pick it up. So that can help. Like the chin here, that was too dark, so I got some of that off, and I like it better now. And again, I'm gonna do the neck now, so wet the brush, wipe it once, dab it, and blend. It's just enough water that it works. And if it starts to look too scruffy, do the same thing again. It's very repetitive. while we wait for the face to dry, before we go back in, we can do the flowers. And if you have pink or purple, red, yellow, orange, you know, that's up to you. I'm gonna be making the big ones pink and the little ones yellow. Okay, making sure that my brush is clean, and look at that, it wasn't. It's a little bit little bit blue. And just a quick check. Yes, that's what I want. And sort of just like before in my other paintings, there will be less detail in all of my flowers. I like to combine detail in the portrait itself, in the face, and then leave the rest a little bit looser. There will be a little bit more that I do when this is all dry, but not too much. If you are a painter, you know what I did wrong here already. I should have started with the yellow flowers. Because now I'm gonna have to very carefully paint around these pink lines without disturbing the two colors and, you know, having them bleed into each other. But that's that's what happens. Now, it is possible to still do this. You're just gonna have to be very mindful. So I'm gonna have to practice a little bit of mindfulness during painting today. I do not paint mindlessly, though. That's not how this is. It will take away just a little bit from loosely painting and relaxing. I will have to think a little bit, but you know what? A little thinking didn't kill anybody, so that's okay. That's good. Put that down. Come back in for some yellow. I will add a little bit of orange. I just want that color to be a little more rich. And carefully do the yellow tulips. This helps if you're facing this line with the tip of your brush. And now, if your hands are shaky like mine sometimes, don't be afraid. The moment you put your brush down, it holds much better than if it's in the air. I remember seeing one time, long time ago on the news, an older gentleman was building these incredible structures out of some blocks. I really forget what the medium that he used was, or if it was paper buildings, I'm not sure. But it was very tiny, very delicate, and his hands were shaking a lot. But the moment he placed the item towards the other item, you know, to keep building his structure, all of a sudden the shake was gone for that moment, you know. I don't know how that is, just your mind knows what to do in that moment and you're okay. Ah, you see what happens. So I don't mind it, it's pretty, but there was too much wet paint on the top of the tulip here, and they touched, and now it's like this. But I will actually take it away because I just want my tulips to be yellow. Okay, careful. I'm not trying to stay in the lines too much. They were more so just little guidelines of where things are going to be, but not details that I'm following, you know, perfectly. It becomes a lot more tedious that way, and I want to relax, so I let my painting be a little loose. Okay, now back to the face. I want there to be more contrast. And so I'm gonna grab my brown. And still gotta be careful, I don't want to touch this. There's a lot of wet paint. So you can help yourself by balancing on your pinky or on the knuckle, but with minimal, not with like the side of your hand, just keep it very simple, and this will help your hand sit on something so you're not shaky in the air, but you're not going to touch important areas. Or you can also just have your hand away and then hold the brush further. That also works. Oh my, I need to give the guinea pigs something to eat because they see me here and they're trying to get my attention. I'll pause it and I'll come right back. Good. Some carrots made them very happy, so no extra noise. Okay, so I'm just applying some of the brown along the face on this side and under, over here, and the eyelids, and under the eyebrows. This is not the eyebrows, okay? Not yet. And here, and there will be some of that down here. I know this is a scary part, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna get better. Okay. And a little bit over here. And back to blending. It always pulls some of the color out, so just be ready for that. Too much water. It's making a cauliflower effect over here, and I don't want that. All right, blend, blend, blend. Stop the cauliflower. Sometimes you want the cauliflower effect because it's beautiful. Like if you're doing clouds or the night sky, that can be really, really beautiful. But in a face, it can be the enemy. So, of course, it depends on what style you're looking for. Of course, there can be a cauliflower effect in the face. I just don't want it in my painting today. Also, my paper isn't the highest quality, so I can't layer too many times. It'll start to wear out. It's already doing that over here, so I have to do, I can only do a couple of layers of paint, so if your paper is thicker, and like Kanzen makes really nice cold press watercolor paper, wonderful quality. You can do so much more with that, but I don't have access to that very easily, and it is a lot more expensive. And since I've been doing a lot more painting, I have opted for local paper, and it works. I like it for being the cheapest option I have here, but it definitely has some limits. There. Again, I'm doing this with the tip of my brush. Too much water again, so try to blend that better without losing all of it, because the brush will always either put some paint down or try to lift it, especially when you have creamy color. Okay, and just one more. This is too harsh of a line, so I will do that. Great. We are at 27 minutes. It's looking good, people. I will do the lips now. I usually make them red. Today I'm gonna make pink. This is dry. I'll rest my hand right here. And make sure that all of this is dry enough so that it doesn't go everywhere. Outline the shape. That's really simple. Fill in the top completely and leave a little oval on the bottom. Wash your brush, dry it, and now blend just the bottom lip. Okay. I'm not ready for my eyebrows yet because this is still a little bit wet. So I will move. In watercolor, you often jump back and forth between different areas. It's best to wait for certain parts to be dry before you come close to them again. So what I will do now is do my greens. I will start with my bigger brush. Prepare my green color. And do the leaves. This can be very satisfying of a process. So press down and lift and twist. Press down, lift and twist just a little bit. I'm gonna turn my painting a little bit. All the way. Let's just go with that all the way. That was too dry. Okay. With a smaller brush, I'm going to paint the stems. Good. I will, what am I going to do about the hair? I don't have a lot of good brown, so I think, let's see. That's not enough, and this is not, it's not the color that I want. So, let me see this. Okay, I have an idea. I will mix my brown with gray, if this works. Looks a little green. Feel free to skip this. If you have a nice brown that you like, just go ahead. You're gonna use that if you want to do brown. I don't like this color at all. I don't think this is gonna work. What happens if I add some black? Yeah, just gray. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do that for the hair then. Well, more contrast today. I'll do black. But that will be my last thing that I do. I'll do the shirt, and I'll do a little bit of other color, maybe splashes, splatters around the painting. I also forgot a leaf over here. There. And I don't want any splatters to be on the face, so I'm gonna have to cover it. And I'll just grab a piece of paper. And this is what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, so I'll take some blue. It's too dark, so I'll dip it. And like everything here is gonna be dirty. My sunflower is gonna be dirty. Okay, not what I want. And there's one dot right there. Not what I wanted. better. Okay. I'm gonna lift that because I don't want that there. But you can see what that did, right? It left an open space. I'll probably just cover that. Yeah, that's not great. I'll cover that with the black hair and it'll be okay. So we have that. And let's go ruin it a little bit more. This doesn't lift the color, it does this. There we go. And I will also take some purple. It's too dark. Cover the face and splatter. And I think I'll take some orange from here, splatter a little bit more. And this time I'm not going to touch it with this, but I will lift it off with a paper towel. Because you know, when you're an artist and you're doing things with watercolors or other wet mediums, a paper towel's your best friend. Much better. Now, if you don't like what this looks like, you don't need to do it. You can skip this step, totally. But this is what I wanted. And back to adding a couple details on the flowers. I'll just go back to my pink, make it very creamy. So not a lot of water, just enough to pick it up like this. And the inside of the flower, I'm gonna add some color here. Same over here. Add some there, add some there, a little bit down here and there. Sort of like shadows, like heart shadows. There. The yellow ones, I will leave them the way they are. I just didn't want my pink tulips to look too blobby. Okay. As clean as it gets over here, I'll have to wash that in the sink. Okay, and I'll do the eyebrows and the eyelashes, and then I'll do the hair and we'll be done. 41 minutes. It's going better than the last time. I don't want to overwhelm you with videos that are too long, but I also want to make sure that I don't skip too many important steps. With that brown, I'll also add the nostril here and there, and just a tiny bit of corners. The line between the lips and the line, oh my, there. Good. And it's time for black. Scary part. Once you do this, you can't go back because it's gonna stay. All right. Okay, carefully where you're not gonna touch anything wet. I'm trying to think where I'm gonna put my hand. Over here. Okay, just copy the brown line. Sort of press and lift to get nice thin ends of these. Good. Done. I'm not going to do any more. And now here. And it'll be done. So again, follow the outline on the outside this time as best as you can. Take your time. You don't need to rush. I'm rushing a little bit, but you don't need to. And when you do this, don't do it like this, like when you hold a pencil, because you could, press down and it'll make a line like that, and you don't want that. Follow very carefully. Only with the actual tip. Don't draw this outline with the full weight of the brush, with the stamp of the brush, but just the tip. Draw around the leaf. Yeah, all the pretty lines that I added in, they're gonna be gone. Maybe. Very carefully around your stems. You do want them to remain visible. Okay. if you enjoy painting with me, or you find some value and some inspiration in my videos, and you would like to support me, you can do so through buymeacoffee.com/KateHolloman, and you can send a one-time gift, or you can become a member. For members, there are perks. There will be coloring pages that I will be providing regularly. There will be mostly portraits, but as we go, also other themes. And so you can then print them out at home and practice, you know, your shading and skin tones and, you know, coloring hair. And I will also be providing coloring pages of all of these paintings as well. So at the end of each week, I will turn these into line art, and they will be available to all of the members as we go through this project. And then at the very end, I will probably turn all of this into a coloring book. That might be fun. But for anybody who would like to support me, and that would be very appreciated if you choose to do so, I'll be very grateful. That's the perk that you're going to receive. As members, free coloring pages of my art. All right. I had a phone call, so I don't remember what I was saying, but let's continue with the painting. And this is one of my favorite parts, just applying the black color. It covers everything so nicely, and it's just a very, very nice, easy thing to do here. I love it. Painting is one of my favorite activities, no matter what I paint on, and it could just be applying paint to a wall or to wood. It doesn't really matter. I love to see how things change from one color to another color, and it's just so nice. It's so nice. So this is very nice. I like this. Painting does provide a few different kinds of entertainment, if I should say so. Because you can go from the application in the face and the blending of these colors to splashing color, to painting leaves with a single stroke, to completely covering all of this with one beautiful rich color. Painting is such a nice thing to do, to relax, to give yourself time and space to just reorganize your thoughts if you need to. I love painting because it helps to stop my mind from running 1,000 miles an hour. And sort of everything quiets down very nicely during painting. So it's such a gift. And I'm very thankful to God that I am able to do this, because then my brain can take a break and I can rest. That's a very nice thing to do, especially when you have stress in life, and stress is quite normal. It happens. There's good stress, bad stress, there's just stress, and you always need to make sure that you are resting and, you know, being refreshed. It's really important. So this is what I do to do that. And I really love that it's a part of what I do, what I can share with others. Because I definitely believe that God gives us different gifts. And as gifts from Him, they can absolutely bless us as well as others. And I used to draw or paint just every day, just for, you know, my personal enrichment. And then I thought, what's the point of filling out my closet and then needing another closet for all of my art? Like, it just sits there and does nothing. What if it could bless somebody else, right? Here, do some loose hairs over here. So at some point I figured that having a YouTube channel to share art is one of the best things I can do. And it's been fun. It's been an interesting thing to learn about. And also I'm so close to getting monetized on this channel, and that'll be a whole other kind of a blessing. So thank you everybody who's already a part of this. And I really do appreciate you watching my videos. And not just for me, but I really do hope that you can gain from what I share. So that's why I appreciate when you leave comments, when you let me know what you think and how it went. So you can always do that. All right, that hair looks better now with these little loose strands here and there. And what I totally forgot about was the shirt. And now there's all this color. All this color, but I'll do something. I'll do something small. And I think I'm gonna go for blue. I mean, that was in my last video, but that's okay. That's very dark. I'll just make that a little bit lighter. Oh goodness, and really carefully, I hope I don't ruin this. I'm at 54 minutes. I will be under an hour, okay? I promise. I'm outlining again. Oh my. Because I'm using the white circle, the color is creamy enough that it goes right over, so it's not necessarily bleeding into each other with the black color. So like that's nice. But now I can't see my black strands very well. So I might have to go back later and fix it. How's it going? 56. Yes, we'll be okay. It'll be under 1 hour. So close, so close. Thank you for sticking with me. If you did. If you did, you know, because I said it and you heard it. And if you didn't, then I'm not talking to you. Obviously. Good, that's it. I am done. Done. And as every time, people, don't forget to sign your art. Right here's a good little spot. There we go. And that's it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and following along if you did. And please leave a like and a comment and subscribe and hit the notification bell and everything. And I have to go and see you all next time. Bye.